Hello, welcome back to this week's GT4 IMPC track guide. Charlotte Motor Speedway RC Legends 2018. A bit of a weird layout and a bit of a niche layout as well. Not quite sure how you voted this one in as a community, but well, it's definitely different. I did enjoy doing some laps on it. I'm quite unsure if it's still a good track to race on because it don't seem like there are many overtaking opportunities. So starting the lap towards the first hairpin, you already see me braking since the brake marker is in front of the start-finish line, and I will point out the brake marker at the end of the lap. So braking in quite hard, turning in on double apex, building up the brake a little bit more to get the car to turn. So be safe that you don't overshoot your apex here. Turn in quite severely, go to the right in the second gear and build up the throttle, and watch out that your car doesn't go into the traction control because since it's the pit lane, it doesn't have a lot of grip there on the exit. I start braking for the upcoming corner right after this tire barrier. I go a little bit to the left on the AstroTurf. Don't overdo this, but there is enough grip there to do that and get the car to turn in a little bit better. So heading towards that corner, quite a high brake pressure as well, 75%. Turn in and stay as close as possible to this tire wall. I would advise to leave some margin there because I already broke my suspension on it. I didn't even hit it, but I think that it's an iRacing thing where it's a little bit wider than it seems. I will link a clip on how do I break the suspension right here. It's quite funny as well. So I start braking in. Try to get the car to turn in on a 90-degree angle and build up the throttle and avoid this tire wall, obviously. Go through throttle, stay to the left and leave a little bit of margin on this wall because there's a ditch right there, and if you hit that ditch, it will send you off to the right. So leave like 10 centimeters of a gap between you and the wall. Go towards the right-hander and I start braking once the bridge or add sign is disappearing over my roof. So I start braking in and you keep a tight braking pressure of like 20%, shifting back to third gear and go all the way to the left and use this part of the track to get a proper turn in on the right-hander. Try to clip the curb a little bit on the left-hand side. It will settle the car quite a bit, but if you don't go over it, you're fine and get the car to turn better. And then you start looking for the next sign, next brake marker, which is right in front of this add sign. So I start braking in and I take a lot of speed through this. I tried doing this a little bit more sharp, I tried to do this a little bit more hard, and I ended up going a little bit harder and sacrificing the entry of the next corner. Because it's such a slow corner, you will not gain time on it with a good entry. Get as close as possible to the concrete wall without hitting it. You see me washing out to the left and leaving the car in the middle of the track. Then I start braking in and I try to get my left front on this curb and get back to second gear, get the right front on the right curb, and then I start aiming for the blue line which is coming up there with the left front again. So you're really aiming for all the spots to get to be as consistent as possible. Then I start bleeding off the brakes a bit, and once I'm nearly at this cone, I start building up the throttle quite a bit, and then looking for the right-hand front to be on that curb and avoid the blue curb. So once I pass this concrete wall, and I'm in the middle of the cone and the concrete wall, I start building up the throttle again. Go all the way to the left and avoid hitting the grass right there. Turn into the right and stay as close as possible to this wall. Get back to third gear and brake in a little bit to get the car to turn properly. So watch out that you don't overdo this on this part. You see the track rolling off to the left, and once you're taking too much speed on it, there's no way of stopping it, so be safe on this one. Get the car to brake in a straight line and stay as close as possible to the curb and the blue line. Stay on the left because the track is rolling out to the right. You want to be as close as possible to the camera to avoid rolling out to the right because it will cost you a lot of time. Stay close to the left, hit that curb, go full throttle and brake in a straight line and aim with your right front on this first apex on the blue line. Hit that, let the car roll out for a little bit, and then you start turning in quite severely, going on to the right-hand curb if possible, and you see me building up the throttle, and this is just to avoid the traction control to kick in. So full throttle heading towards the last chicane. It's a full throttle corner, and I want to avoid hitting this curb too hard because it will unsettle the car, and once it unsettles here, it will unsettle on the next one, and then you will drift on the oval. It won't spin out because of the oval is pushing you back, but it will cost you a lot of time. So be gentle on the entry and get as close as possible to the right hand side. Since it's a hot lap, I'm going to take the shortest line to the start finish on the right. Normally I would stay right there. And I owe you guys a brake marker for the first corner, which is right there. The blue line, it's a blue concrete wall, then it starts breaking up, and right when it starts breaking up a little bit more, you start braking in quite severely. So that's the lap that I did on Charlotte, and it's 1:15.528. The track temps were 24 degrees, the tire wear was 50%. I think it's a good lap. I do think there's a margin here and there. I'm not sure if, again, I'm not sure if it's a really good track to race on with these cars. The TCRs are probably going to run like a 117 and on the race laps, and we're probably going to do a 116. So be gentle when overtaking the TCRs this week. The difference in speed is not that high. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like it. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments and I will get back as soon as possible. I hope you guys have a good day, have a good week, and let's gain a lot of iRacing. Cheers, guys.